City and around the country, now North Carolina. Um, Before that even transpires, a lot of times it's what are we thinking within ourselves, within our home, before we even get outside. And then when we get outside, we're already angry, not trusting. You know what I mean? And you get outside, and then if somebody is mistreating you on top of that, to the experience of death, it's now raging. This raging inferno is starting to happen, to when you do go outside, the next person that says something, there's an explosion. And this play deals with some questions that need to be asked to quiet the fire of anger on the inside, facing the flames for a chance, for a change, and asking the question, where do we go from here with all that we're doing, all that we're seeing? What is this? How do we move forward from this place, from this state? And I think it's a good opportunity for people to, even as a family, but definitely for young men of color, to come check out this play. I think it's going to be not all of the answer, but part of the answer. At least, if anything, it starts some good dialogue or some thought provoking moments to want to propel people to start thinking forward, be more inclusive, instead of excluding and assuming, but really face some issues head on from a positive place, but also asking the right questions. A lot of times we don't ask the right questions. So our young black men can stop being angry from inside. So when they go outside, even when there's danger outside, they can think with a clearer head. You know what I mean? And make some responsible choices. Because a lot of the perpetrating that is happening now, with the civil war that I believe is brewing, is because there is this thing of division when you fight against each other. And when you fight against each other, how can you stand in unity against an enemy or against a situation? It's almost like every man for himself. So it's like we're getting picked off. We're not thinking clearly. And it's time for us to wake up and start thinking clearly. Because I'm a mother who birthed a man, and I'm used to saying I don't need a man before I got in a relationship with God, but yet I was raising a man. How can I not need a man and raise a man? I'm not a man. And we're finding a lot of women are raising men. They're boys, of course, but they grow into men. And we're putting our ideas in them, or what we think a man should be. But we need a man's perspective. And that's not men bashing. That's not meaning that all men aren't taking care of their children, or are not trying to be in position. But there needs to be a unified understanding that something needs to be done, or how else are we going to combat the Ferguson issue, the North Carolina issue, the New York issue? How do you work with that and not be in unison and not be in agreement? And it's time for us as a people to come together and be in agreement. And I think this play and the one coming, The Journey, is going to be awesome help. Instead of just talking about stuff, it's time to put things to action. And sometimes it's easier to deal with when you can see it from a visual perspective. But there will be some spoken word in there. There'll be some actual film in there. And the play all fused into one. It's like a fusion. I think it's going to be exciting. But we are looking for some help in funding it also. So we have a GoFundMe page, and if you go to Facebook, and we'll give that at the end of the talk, where you can go and get the information to come and do GoFundMe, or to even purchase the book on Amazon or Kindle. But I have a question. When you read this book, did you feel that the book was girly, or did you feel like it was just a good book to read?
I felt as if it was just a good book to read. I couldn't really, of course, it's written from a woman's perspective because you're a woman. So I wouldn't expect it to be written for, like, if you're doing your own experiences, it's going to be from a woman's perspective. However, it wasn't a woman's perspective where I couldn't relate.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I definitely could see some of myself in there. I could see some of the people I know in there, and it brought a lot of issues I was having internally to head. So it's more just a coming of age story,
Okay.
rather than a story for women or men. So like I said, I feel like all ages, all genders can identify with the story you're telling and the advice you're trying to give through your book, and even through the play, which I've read. I believe that it's not just, although the target audience would be black males, I believe it's something that the black family in general will be able to benefit from, men, women, and children. So I am looking forward to that project, and I'm looking forward to what happens. And in addition to seeing it on Facebook, the link for both should be in the comment section, well, in the description below. So make sure you click there, and you can go on a GoFundMe from there. And yeah, we'll make sure, I'll spread the word too myself and make sure the projects get off the ground.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you for watching our first episode of Divine Interruptions. I hope you enjoyed all 11 segments, and please be on the lookout for more videos to come. Be blessed.